Good morning. Let me see if I'm doing this correctly. I have multiple things going, multiple screens. Good morning, good morning. Why is there two of me? It's okay. Let me go here. Let me know. We should be streaming on all platforms right now. We are launching something brand new called the Daily Success Call. Hold on one second. Let me get this. There we go. Boom. Now there's just one of me. So good morning. We are launching the Daily Success Call actually tomorrow, but I wanted to come on today and share with you about this call to see if it's something that you would want to be a part of. This call is specifically for people that have either read Think and Grow Rich, read things about the law of attraction, but are finding that it's not working in their life. So if that's you, this daily success call is for you. I'm so ecstatic to be offering it. It's honestly one of those things I feel is my life's work. So as you come on, please comment from whichever social media you are watching us. Just say hello. We're streaming across multiple platforms. So for some reason, I don't have the ability to see you unless you say hi. I see a bunch of eyeballs coming on. But I want to start today with Think and Grow Rich. And I want to share with you what I posted in the comment that why this book only seems to work for 1% of the people that use it, which is a small number. So essentially 99% of people that read Think and Grow Rich, it doesn't work for. And I was really, first of all, I was one of those people. But then second of all, it didn't settle well because the 1% that say that this book has absolutely transformed their health, their wealth, their financial freedom, their happiness, their relationships, if it worked for them, I knew like they had results I wanted, that I knew it had to work, but I went on a mission as to why it was failing so many people. And I have a beyond clear answer for you. So if you have read Think and Grow Rich before, put think in the comments. I would just love to see how many people have read this book before. And if you haven't, and you are in a place in life where you are craving financial freedom, let me say that differently. You're in a place in life where you're feeling like no matter what you do, you don't have enough money in the bank. Let me say that another way. That no matter what you do, it seems that you always have debt. It seems that you're never getting ahead. It seems that, gosh, no matter what book you read, what course you listen to, how much money you save, it just seems like no matter what, you're not getting there. I'm seeing a bunch of comments. Just be sure to say your name, because I would love to say hi to you. All I see on my end is it just calls you a user. So I don't get to actually see who you are, but I want to say hi to you. So this book, Think and Grow Rich, I want to tell you why right now. The top 2 reasons it doesn't work for about 99%. And then we're going to jump into a lesson from it that you can apply as soon as today. So the first reason why Think and Grow Rich does not work for about 99% of the people that read it is, you're going to laugh at this, is because of a gentleman named Henry Ford. Now, I just learned this from Russell Brunson, who's the CEO of ClickFunnels. And when this book came out was it like the 20s, and by Napoleon Hill. So he studied for over 25 years the most financially successful human beings that were around during that era, right? And remember, like, this came out right as the Great Depression was happening. So he had studied people like Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford. I mean, the list goes on and on. in this book, like truly successful. Sorry if you hear some alarms out there, but truly successful individuals. And so this book has a process that all of them know. Well, when Napoleon actually went and published this book, Henry Ford, even though he knew this process, stopped the publication. He was preventing it from happening because he knew if people like you and me actually knew the secret, that we wouldn't go work in his factories anymore, because we would know the secret to financial freedom. And the secret to financial freedom, just so you know, the worst way to actually make money is exchanging time for money. What's another way of saying that? A job. Like when you are exchanging time for money, it's the worst way to make money because there's a cap. There's a limited amount of time, and you're building someone else's dream. So Henry Ford was fearful that if people really knew this secret, so he stopped the publications. He was very powerful. And once again, I'm getting this story through Russell Brunson, so I have not done a ton of research on this, but it makes sense. So think about this. The secret, and why does that apply to today? Well, when you have read Think and Grow Rich, when you have actually read it, my guess is if you were like me, you weren't reading the original manuscript. There are so many versions of Think and Grow Rich on like Amazon, for example, and they have been edited, and a lot, like the secret that's in here to financial freedom has actually been removed, much like the movie The Secret, which is amazing that the movie is a nice gateway in, gets you curious, but the real secret's only in the original manuscript. So there's a few ways you can get a copy of the original manuscript, and one of them is through the Daily Success Call that we are starting tomorrow. I will give you full access to the exact copy, not only I read, because I guarantee if you go try to find this, you will not find it online, but this version, and there's actually another version that just came out of the original manuscript. Sorry, I had to walk and get it. It looks like this. So original manuscript is key. So why it doesn't work for so many people? First reason, because you're reading a version where the secret's actually been removed. So therefore you can read it, and it's not there. Second, Think and Grow Rich, it says right in the beginning, is not a book that's meant to be read. It's a book that's meant to be studied. So one of the greatest prosperity coaches of all times, is Bob Proctor, the late Bob Proctor, right? Well, I just got the chills saying his name, which means he's with us. So he studied this book every single day till probably the day that he passed, right? This is a book that's not meant to be read. It's meant to be studied. And in the Daily Success Call, that's what we're going to do together, because it is powerful, and you'll learn in Think and Grow Rich the power of when minds come together. I'm seeing a bunch of hellos now. Good morning, Eileen. Some of you aren't saying your name, but good morning. There's a lot of comments coming up. So let's get back to, so on the Daily Success Call, we're going to read sometimes a few pages, sometimes a sentence, sometimes a few paragraphs, depending on the energy of the group and what is needed. Because whether you know this yet or not, when minds come together, whatever is needed for the group will come through, will absolutely come through. I'm seeing a bunch of new good mornings. Please say your name. On my end, we're streaming on multiple platforms, so I cannot see who you are, but good morning. So another thing about the Daily Success Call, we are going to meet Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. I encourage you, I'm still in my workout clothes, right? I encourage you to bring your favorite cup, whether it's coffee, water, tea, whatever it is. We're going to go live at 8 a.m. Eastern, most likely 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. We're going to do it for the first 3 weeks, because then the last week we call it our manifesting week, which is super, super powerful. But anyway, come as you are. Come and don't let excuses hold you back. Come in your pajamas. Come and just get your favorite cup of coffee or tea, water, put it in a fun cup like this. This is my new favorite phrase, fika, a moment to slow down and appreciate all the good things. And we are going to have a moment where it's going to start like this, where I'm going to share with you. In this part, I'm going to share with as many people as possible. And then I'll stop the stream. And for all of our VIPs who are a part of the daily success call, we will then be in a private Zoom room where then we're going to have discussion. You're going to get your questions answered so you can start applying immediately and not have to keep being in this cycle of waiting and waiting and waiting. So if you are a part of the daily success call, put I'm in. If you want to be a part of the daily success call, put info. And my team or we'll just get you a link so you can become a part of it. Once again, we meet daily, and our first call will actually be tomorrow. Let me get a sip while you guys, I'm seeing people that are saying you're already in, which is wonderful. If you want to be a part of it, just say info and we'll get it to you. Okay, so next thing. Now you know why Think and Grow Rich has worked for so few people. And the 1% that it has worked for, it's because they have the original manuscript. They've probably been taught it since they were young, right? And I want you to have the original manuscript. Whether you come to the daily success call or not, everyone should have the opportunity to read this book. Everyone. Oh, I'm seeing so many names. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Daniela. Good morning, Eileen. Good morning, Kurt. I'm seeing, a bunch of infos. The people that are saying info, just say your name so we can make sure we get you a link, because we are going to have our first VIP daily success call starting tomorrow. So now that you know why this doesn't work, Henry Ford, preventing people from knowing it, right? And there's other people, not just Henry, but when you know the true way to financial freedom, I promise not only will it impact your wealth, it's going to improve every aspect of your life, your health, your happiness. It's a proven process. You don't have to believe me at all. You can study the people that are in this book. You can just do a quick Google search of the entrepreneurs that give complete, I don't want to say complete credit, that would be false, but they say that this book is what put them on their path to major success. And we're talking entrepreneurs like Russell Brunson, right? Like Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, right? Some of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world, Bob Proctor, right? That have global impact and reach. They studied this book. They understand the secret. So if this is what you're craving, you're going to want to be a part of this. And for those of you who are already in, which is super exciting, make sure you're already, mark your calendar right now, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, non-negotiable. Do I recommend you're driving at that time? No. Make a commitment. This literally could be the change in your life and in your business. Okay. I'm seeing so many more eyeballs coming on. I am seeing, you guys, once again, it only shows user. So I see a question. I've paid, I'm in. If you have, you're going to get an email today from us with your VIP Zoom link, because we will have our first daily success call tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. I want to read to you, though, something that came out today in Think and Grow Rich that I felt I asked, and it was share this with you guys. So I want to share this. And just one small point that just came across my heart is this book came into my life in January 2016. And it actually was an edited version. This one. This is the one that came into my life. I'm not going to say I don't recommend buying this one, but I don't recommend buying this one. I recommend getting this one. But it came into a time in my life when I had just gone through a divorce. I was in a mountain of debt. Like when I say mountain, like it felt like the debt was eating me. Like it was over 300 plus $1,000, right? Um, and I was depressed. Most of my day I was laying in bed. True story, I have a book coming out and I talk about this where like my two best friends I was listen to daily was Dr. Phil and Judge Judy, which is a lethal combination when you're depressed. It is not good. It's like, whew. But that's what I did all day. And I just felt stuck in my life, but I had a knowingness in my heart that I was going to start a huge company. I knew it. I've known it since I was little. I just didn't know what it was. And then I started reading this book every day with a reading group. Every day I have studied this book, The Strangest Secret, U Squared, books all like this, and the successful people that are in here. I studied, and now I want to share this with you so you can have results faster. I'm telling you, if you can relate to going through a nasty divorce, I can't even say my divorce was nasty, but I had a divorce. It was just, I lost who I was. If you can relate to divorce, depression, or debt, put it in the chat. If you can relate to being lost, put lost in the chat. I was all of those things, and I'm telling you, daily study of this book and a few others that we will be bringing into the mix. And actually, I want to show you. I'm going to show you guys a secret right now. Hold on. You're in my personal office, but there's some books I'm going to share with you that have never been printed before, ever, 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 that I got through Russell Brunson, and I'm going to share it with you. But books like this is from Napoleon Hill. I have two of them over there too. They've never been published. They've never been published because they didn't want, remember, there was a fear that if people like you and me knew the secret, that we wouldn't want to go to work, right? We wouldn't want to be good little employees. I don't want you to be a good little employee unless you want to be. I want to train you because I know if you're here, there is a calling in your heart. There's a calling. You're getting called to do something bigger. And I promise we can get there together. So let's jump to today's lesson. I'm seeing, yes, debt, depression. Yes to all of the above. Yes, you are not alone. You are not alone. I just told the story in our monthly mastermind masterclass, I believe, that I remember pulling up one day to get my then boyfriend, now husband, a newspaper. And I opened up my credit card apps, and I still had fantastic credit. So my credit card limits were like 20 and 30,000. And I had 8 credit cards, all maxed out. I couldn't buy a newspaper that was $2.33. That's how much debt I was in. That was just consumer debt. That wasn't even student loans, mortgage, car, all that stuff, right? I know. And I'm telling you, depression is just a sign you're not in harmony with abundance. And we can get you there. We can get you there. So I wanted to share this with you that came out today. By the way, put in the chat, is this helpful so far? Just put helpful, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that if you have read Think and Grow Rich or studied the law of attraction and it hasn't worked for you, are you getting an understanding why? Just put helpful in the chat if this is helpful. I actually see some of my masterminders messaging me. I love it. I will get back to you when we're off this. Okay, good. I'm seeing helpfuls. Awesome. So this sentence or these 2 paragraphs is what I want to share with you today. And then, of course, tomorrow we're going to start our daily success call, and where you'll be on as a VIP. And after I stop the stream, we will actually then jump into it so you can start getting results like today. We don't have to wait any longer. So the starting point of all achievement, I want you to start thinking achievement in just 4 buckets. Okay. And you can write this down: health, wealth, relationships, happiness. Okay. Health, wealth, relationships, happiness. So the starting point of all achievement, so in those 4 buckets, is desire. The finishing point is that brand of knowledge, which leads to understanding. The understanding of self, understanding of others, understanding of the laws of nature, recognition and understanding of happiness. So everything starts with desire. Another way of saying desire is, what do you want? What do you want? When you think of your health, what does that mean to you? I have been on a very specific health journey that I want to not only weigh a certain amount, I want to look a certain way, I want to feel a certain way in my body. And my body has literally been manifesting into the vision that I have planted in my subconscious mind. It's so clear. I could literally, I'll show you in the daily success call, I'll show you a picture that I planted in my mind, and I'll show you where I started, and I'll show you where I'm at today. And it's been less than 75 days. That's health. If you can do it with one thing, you can do it with everything. Okay, so my wealth, I have a very, very specific goal over the next 60 days of where I want my wealth to be. And I have reasons why. I can see it in my mind. I've planted it. I'll be able in the daily success call to show you snapshots of what's happening to our wealth, just in case you need proof and don't trust me. And the only thing I have right now that you don't have is, as this just said, is understanding of the laws of nature, right? The laws of nature. There is a rhythm to how this universe works, right? Just like the law of gravity, you would not go on top of a bridge right now and jump off and expect to go up. There's a law of nature. You will go down, right? It's the law of nature. There are specific laws of nature, and there's even laws of success, and that's in this book. It's all in here, and we're going to go through it together daily so you can apply daily, so you can get results daily, right? Daily. No more of this one day it's going to come, or one day when I do this, then I'll have this. No more of that, because that's not how the laws work. That's not how the laws work. I'm seeing a bunch of new eyeballs jump on. Make sure to just say, we're streaming on so many platforms, so make sure to just say hello and your name and where you are coming from. Okay, so this sort of understanding comes in its fullness only through familiarity and use of the principles of the sixth sense. Hence, the principle had to be included as a part of the philosophy of success for the benefit of those who demand more than money. So put in the chat, what is your number one priority right now? Knowing that you can have it all. Is it health, wealth, relationships, or happiness? What's your number one priority? If we could change something today and get you results, health, wealth, relationships, or happiness, put in the chat. I'm curious, what is the number one thing to you? I'm seeing a bunch of wealth, and know that you can have it all. I'm not limiting to you. I'm just curious, what is your biggest priority? Is wealth, health, relationships, or happiness? Just waiting. I'm seeing some. Awesome. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of wealth, which is perfect. This book is called Think and Grow Rich. However, for those of you who are saying health, you can put rich. Rich in health, rich in money, rich in relationships. Rich is a word for abundant, right? Abundant. So with that being said, I want you to do two things. One thing today, if you have not already become a part of our daily success call and you want to be, We are going to start live tomorrow with our VIPs, where we will go through this book together. Even if you do not have the original manuscript yet, no problem. I will talk to you tomorrow on where you can get it. So we're going to start that, but then we are going to open it up for Q&A, so you can ask specific questions, so you can actually start getting results that day. And for my entrepreneurs, start getting results this holiday season. For my people that are wanting health, so you can start getting results this holiday season. For people who are struggling in their marriages or want to attract a partner, what if you could attract your partner, fix your marriage by Christmas? It's possible. It's so possible. I've literally transformed my body, and it's less than, 75 days. Less than 75 days. Okay, so, and then for those who want to become a part of it, just put info, and we'll make sure we get you a link so you can join our daily success calls. We will stream every morning, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern till approximately 9 a.m. for our VIPs. And I hope this was helpful, right? This is, first of all, I want you to know you're not alone. Second of all, if you've read Think and Grow Rich or studied the law of attraction and it hasn't worked for you, I hope you know it's not your fault. Literally, the secret was taken out. And third of all, if you're truly ready to become an example in your life, to inspire your family, your friends, and your clients, and you're ready to surrender, sacrifice your excuses, this is for you. I'm going to say that again. If you're ready to start being an example for your family, your friends, your clients, and you're ready to sacrifice your excuses, this is for you. This call is for you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I see a bunch of infos. So I will make sure that we get you some information, the link, so you can join us tomorrow. But we will have, for those of you who are already a part of the daily success call, we will have our first call starting tomorrow. There will be a Zoom link. You will be getting an email. My apologies, it didn't go out yesterday as originally intended, but it's okay. It will come to you today. Just make sure to mark your calendar from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern for our VIPs. And the only thing you need to bring is honestly you, an open mind, maybe a cup of coffee. I would have a notebook or journal or something and a pen, because some great things are going to come through. I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Oh, final note. One of the fastest ways to receive is to give. If you know that this information, you just know it in your gut, that this can help somebody that you know, whether it's a friend, a family, a colleague, send this to them. Send them the link to become a part of our daily call. It's less than a cup of coffee a week. It's $8 a week. And why is it $8 a week? Well, first of all, I like the number 8. And second of all, so I can pay my tech team to send you all the emails and texts to do it. Right? It's $8 a week and can literally transform your life. So this could be a gift that can literally save somebody's life. So I encourage you to invite them, whether you tag them in this video or whether you send them a message with the link. If you want the link so you can share it with someone, just put info and we'll make sure we get that to you. Sending you guys so much love. I cannot wait to be on the daily success call with you tomorrow. I love you all, and get ready to truly think and grow rich.